Hey guys, a couple people asked me whether I primarily zoom in on nodes or use my tagging system to view WorkFlowy. So it's a combination of both, but I would say primarily I am, unless I'm working inside of a project. So for example, if I want to jump into the Drost project and I'm actually working on the project management of the project, I won't use hashtags. I'll go in and do the work. So, um, here I've got electrical. So if I'm going in here to work on the accounting, do the electrical scope of work, or that kind of thing, or generate a materials list, I'll be working zoomed in on that project or on the node inside of the project. So if I'm doing work, I'll be zoomed in on a particular project. So that's one way I use WorkFlowy. But you'll also see under Drost, if I jump into workflows and then I want to look at what needs to get done this sprint, that's what needs to get done this week on that particular project. So if I go back to home and trigger sprint, I've gone into individual lists. Here's how I do that. Here's how I create this report. So this is what I want to get done this week on all my projects. Won't get it all done, but these are the things I want to take into consideration each day as I'm making my daily plan. So at the beginning of the week, the way I do that is I start from home. I go in, so here's my 12-week year, go into my 12-week year and decide what I want to do. Tag it, I'll multi-select, unless it's a board format, in which case you can't multi-select right now. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But I'll multi-select, and then I'll use raw bytes WFX tagging to multi-tag that with hashtag SPR for sprint. And then I go down to my next one, do the same thing. So I cycle, these are my flywheels, I'll cycle through my flywheels. So I'll be zooming in on particular nodes in order to multi-select the tasks inside of that I want to work on this week, and tag them with sprint. What I do each day to create my daily task list is I jump into sprint. I go through and decide what do I want to get done today, and then I tag that with hashtag INP for in process. Okay, so I've already done that for today. So now once I do that, which I usually do in the evenings, I'm then set up just to do the work of the day. So unless that work includes project management where I would be jumping straight into a node to work on that project, at that point on a daily basis, I'm usually just pulling it up, that list, by searching, okay, what do I want to get done next today? And so I just pull up hashtag in process, do the work, complete it, and then go on to the next task. So that's kind of how I use that now. Let's say the kind when I mentioned that I use it to create reports. So that's a report. What do I want to get done today? That's a kind of a report of everything I want to get done today, or this is what I want to get done this week. But what if, let's see, what if I want to look at what I want to get done today at the computer? That pulls up that report. Hashtag C is my computer. I'm staying home today, so nothing is going to be done in town, so it wouldn't have hashtag town on it, or hashtag T. But I can go in this week, and since I'm in a essential industry in construction, they're still letting me go out and about and do my work so far under the quarantine rules. So I can do hashtag town, and that's all the stuff that I want to get done in town. So that's kind of a report. So these allow me to, if I'm if I've made a list for today where I'm going to be in town, and one of the things I'm going to be doing is going to the lumber store, I can't do that because I haven't got a task today like that. But let's say this is my in process, and I went into, let's see if it even pulls up something, hashtag town, and then hashtag lumber. Do I have anything? There we go. So if I'm at the lumber store, I can pull up my I just pull out my iPhone, pull up WorkFlowy, hashtag sprint or hashtag in process, and then hashtag lumber, and I walk into the lumber store. I do that before I walk into, say, Home Depot or Lowe's or one of my lumber companies, because often inside of those big stores like Walmart and Home Depot, I get real bad cell phone reception. So I try and do that before I walk in, so when I walk in, it's all right there in front of me, so I can just go through and get whatever I need to get. So that's kind of an overview. I think that's a kind of a good enough view of when I zoom is when I'm working on something, like working on my list of things to do this week. I'm actually developing something or developing some project management on a job. Then I'm zoomed in on the node. If I'm actually deciding what to do or using my to-do list or creating some kind of report, then I'm using the hashtags to do that. Yeah, I think that's good enough. If you have any more questions, let me know.